In this episode, we're exploring how brands can make a real impact in their communities through social responsibility. We'll share how Applesauce and Crackers gives back and how we plan on giving back in the future. Here we go. All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Pros and Kons. Applesauce and Crackers here. Man, another episode. What's going on, my brother?
Hello.
What's up? That Louis Vuitton hat is nice.
Thanks.
Is that from Louis or no?
Yeah, actually, it's let's just say it's a factory floor piece. That was
Okay.
never released.
That joint is hard, though.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks,
tough. How you
thanks.
feeling today? What's going on?
Good. I'm actually kind of a little tired, but I'm fine. I'm chilling. I'm in Charlotte. I'm happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Explain. I mean, I already mentioned the hat, but explain people what you got on. Let's do a quick fit check real quick.
Wait. How you doing first?
I'm doing fine. Long day. You already know how the day went.
Facts.
Just work. I'm not going to always incorporate me being tired with work because
Right.
there's so much more to life than just, I go to work. I want to kind of X that out of my life. But today was good. Beautiful day. Thankful. Another day.
Beautiful.
Above ground. So, yeah, man. But go ahead. Do a little fit check for us.
Start with the watch. This is a G-Shock from Malaysia, actually.
Ooh.
G-Slide is connected to my phone. And yeah, I just really wanted to say that this watch is connected to my phone. And it's a G-Shock. It's like one of my favorite watches.
Okay. Dang.
And the color of it is insane.
No, it is nice. Yeah.
This top, I'm not going to lie. I don't want to say where I got the top from because I want to use them as like a manufacturer for myself. So
Okay.
let's keep that on the low. These pants are Levi's.
Ooh.
Surprisingly, yeah. Taking it to the root of denim. And then,
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
What you
nice.
I got on the
Got on the ones.
What side is it? Yeah, I see. Miniere 5s.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. you know.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What you got on, my brother?
Well, I'm a Nike boy at heart, so my favorite Nike
Yeah.
brand, ACG everything.
Nike boys for real.
ACG
Shout out
hoodie.
Trav.
Applesauce and Crackers, HBCU sample hat,
Yeah, Fruity Pebbles. on the
Fruity
side.
Pebble thread, ACG pants, and I got the white socks on. That's embarrassing.
No, that's hard.
Is it really?
You got the white under here.
Oh, yeah,
the
okay.
white here.
Okay. That's
Come
kind
on,
of
bro.
okay. All right, bet.
Yeah,
Looks kind of daddy.
With the white
like,
shoe,
tight.
with the black. Come on now.
Is that cash? Let me get something.
Sure. I don't care.
Don't flex, man.
Okay.
But yeah, ACG everything.
I was about to say, you know I don't care.
ACG
I'll
shoes.
give
These
you
are like I
anything.
just got these. Are like these. The older you get, I'm going for more casual these days.
Facts.
So like I don't
Those
really
look
care.
comfortable.
These are mad comfortable, little slides. Like put these on like house shoe, but just more like a just everyday grocery store run. But it has to be Nike though. So
love
that's the fit. Very
It's a Nike
simple.
day for P.
It is a Nike
And
day.
you look cozy.
Thank
look
you.
comfortable. I'm
Thank
comfortable
you.
too, but you look very
I
comfortable.
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, in this episode, we're just gonna get to talking about social responsibility and why it's important, why we think it's important for brands to have social responsibility, and what we do for our community to give back, and how important it is to give back. I think that from the standpoint of any company or any person, really, but everyone wants to give back in some type of way. But I think there's more of a focus when companies give back because they have X amount of dollars to give back to whatever they're doing. So
Facts.
we're going to really tap into why it's important and how we do it ourselves and how we plan on doing it for the future for new initiatives, new community programs that we plan on doing, and kind of just putting that out there so you guys can know what we're serious about doing. So I guess I'll just start the question: why would it be important for a brand that you work with to give back? Like why would you think it's that important from a consumer lens?
The only thing I could think of is just to build that community.
Mhm.
Build that community and have people know who and where they're buying from,
Exactly.
as well as like I don't know, just make people feel comfortable,
Yeah.
and also understanding that others aren't the same, like others don't have it like you do.
Mhm.
So why not help out people get to where you either want it to be at some point, or just make someone's life a little easier.
Yeah, I think brands do a good job, or by being socially responsible, it can diversify your audience even wider. Besides of just focusing on not even one demographic, but just one mission. Like if your sole mission is just to focus on one group of people, then you're leaving out so many other people if you don't plan on giving back to the youth or people who need things. Not everything is about always retaining sales all the time.
Yeah.
So like, have you ever seen a brand, or have you ever thought of a moment where your favorite brand gave back and you're like, actually, that's really cool. Like, I'm happy that I'm a loyal customer with them because they gave back that way. Like, has there ever been a moment like that for you?
In a brand? I wouldn't say in a brand. I've seen it in a person. I've seen it in people. Like
creatives?
Yeah, like seeing Joe Freshgoods do his community things.
Ooh, yeah. Okay,
and then seeing Westside Gunn recently just did one in Chicago.
Word.
And it was like an art competition or something. And like,
oh wow.
But little things like that. I love seeing stuff like that. And then I got to talk about Travis Scott does
fan.
like
biggest Travis Scott fan.
He has the Cactus Jack Foundation, which does a celebrity softball game, which gives money to donates money to different things. But that's
I didn't know that was the reason why they did the softball game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he also does like a turkey drive or something like that around that time, or he does something with gifts. I know. And yeah, he's actually out there. Like, I seen the picture of him and Don Tolliver out there, like. And it's, it might be nothing, but, he out there in Houston giving out gifts to kids. Like, that's like being in Toronto and you see Drake just standing on the sidewalk giving out. Like, he's a hometown hero just like anybody else.
Yeah. But would Drake be out there giving out stuff?
Hell no.
I don't think so.
Would he?
I don't know.
I don't know. Do they do that in Toronto?
Never been.
Right. I don't know.
Well, no.
So, I mean, those are, that's I don't know if Drake would be out there.
Yeah.
Giving out Canadian bacon or something.
Oh my gosh, what in the world, dude? What, bro?
I regret that.
Where's your mind? Yeah, I mean, I forgot about Joe Freshgoods. I mean, how could you forget about someone that we look up to? Do you remember the time you met Joe Freshgoods?
Man, never forget it. Dude, never forget it.
That's actually your screensaver. Your what is it? Contact photo.
Yeah.
It's you when y'all met each other. It's that photo.
Yeah.
Because like. Yeah,
that was fun. But honestly, I spoke to him for a little bit, but I literally just gave him my phone. My older brother is a bigger fan of Joe Freshgoods than I am.
Really?
So I got my brother on FaceTime with Joe Freshgoods.
Oh, no, that's tight. So
yeah, like while I was in there, first of all, it took me like 30-40 minutes to get in there, like, because it was a line outside of Be Social where we had our
activation.
That's where we was at. Yeah,
that's right. It
was like a line to get in, and at first I was like, all right, there's no point in being here. I already missed the talk. Like we couldn't get in to get there for the talk. But then there was like, shout out Nick and everybody that worked at Meniere at the time. They were pretty cool to like let us in afterwards.
Yeah,
and everybody was just he literally stood there and talked to every last person.
That is actually really cool. It actually makes me think of something I want to share before we go into it, because Joe Freshgoods to us is like I don't want to say the godfather, but like the pinnacle when it comes to the person that we strive to be like as a brand, like as creatives. Like,
facts.
If it's not Joe Freshgoods enough, then it's not tough.
Facts. It's like it starts with Virgil, because Virgil went to like LV with it.
That's very true.
But then when you like start at like where because I never really was into designer clothes.
Same.
So like I put Joe Freshgoods up there because Joe has always been like
the people's champ. Like,
yeah, like he's not saying that he's his quality isn't great, but he's not doing extremely luxury things. He's in a great box where he's affordable and he's dope as hell. Yep. Like, and everything he does just makes sense. All these collabs he do, him and New Balance are like insane.
My goodness.
Him and Converse, insane.
And they have great social initiatives. Anytime he does anything, he kind of pushes it through the channel of his nonprofit, like the Community Goods, I think.
Community Goods and what's the other one? I can't remember the other one. We looking like some posers right now.
Hold up.
I can't remember the other one.
But it's tight though.
It is. I know. I could picture the artwork from it, but I can't picture the name of it.
Well, let me share a quick story before we go into the next little question. But like when I was maybe 14, 15, we were in Chicago for a wedding, a cousin's wedding. And we were, my family's from Chicago, mom's side of the family. And my mom was picking up flowers in Chicago. And the flower shop is right next to a store. And I don't know. I think I was grabbing a slice of pizza at the time.
Type.
And she was like, PJ, you should go into the store and meet these people in there. Like they make T-shirts in there. And I was like, oh, okay. And this is before I was making my first T-shirts, like at 15, 14 years old. And I walked into what was then Fat Tiger.
I was about to say Fat
yes.
Tiger.
and it was Joe and his friends sitting there. And I walked in and I was like, oh, wow, this is really cool. Like I was, hey, what's up? Like I want to make T-shirts one day, yada, yada, yada. And that was literally it.
Oh,
and I don't think we had like a true discussion. Oh, I think they gave me like their email or something, but like I didn't know what I was doing.
Right,
I didn't know what I really wanted, so I just kind of like left it at that.
Damn.
I wasn't that confident yet, and then we crossed paths a couple of times, even at Be Social before. But I mean, it's Joe Freshgoods.
Right.
Joe Freshgoods is the pinnacle when it comes to creativity and the way he gives back with each initiative, and that's really where we adopted that for ourselves as Applesauce and Crackers, because we've noticed that hey, not only can you make dope product, but you can make dope product and give back at the same time.
Exactly.
In monumental ways. I think they do food drives, they give back to schools.
Yep.
Like if you purchase X amount of this money would go to over here for the nonprofit. I just think that's something that every business can benefit from, regardless of whatever business you're in. Even if you make not only apparel, it can be furniture, it can be food, it can be anything. So like I think that's one of those things that builds brand loyalty. It builds and strengthens the community for people to be like, okay, I'm gonna use my money over here.
Type.
You know what I'm saying? So like
Loyalty.
So how important would it really, or is it really for people, consumers, to be loyal to? What's my question, guys? Let me ask this. Like once people buy into what you're doing, they are now a part of that bigger picture to make that initiative happen. So like if we're doing something so one of the projects that we're doing, we can kind of talk about that, but one of the projects we're trying to rebuild a playground for a school.
Facts.
So like if people see that, they're gonna be like, oh, well, that is the good look. We want to be a part of that. We want to actually make that happen for those kids who need a new playground, a new refurbished playground. So it's like, I think there's not really a question I'm asking. I just think that once you make a community initiative, it doesn't only get just us two on board, but it gets whoever else sees it on board too, which is like builds community, because they're now they can say, I bought this and it went towards this.
Right.
You know, like I think that's actually a really dope thing to do. And yeah, strengthen this community, brand loyalty. Yeah, that's important. That's really important.
That's what keeps people there. Honestly, that's what keeps people in names. Like, makes people attached to that name because they like admire the lifestyle that brand is giving out.
Interesting.
You know, like people, like I was saying earlier, people do like Louis Vuitton because of the name, but it's because of everything that they've done. Yeah. Even though, Louis Vuitton probably hasn't given back, or I'm not saying that they don't. Right. I'm just saying like it's probably not something that's extra known or that people is looking at, but that's what gets them attached to that brand. It's how they portray themselves. You know
what's interesting? Maybe. I think about the time, because you mentioned Virgil's name, but there was a time where like 2020, the year 2020, and I think people were trying to give back to certain initiatives that was going on. I think Virgil had put some money into some fundraiser or something like that, but he just put up 50. Like he matched somebody else's donation. And then like, social media like went in like, how could you, out of all people, put just $50? Like you make all these luxury stuff. How could you just afford $50? Just like, is there a certain number that makes sense when you give back? Like, is that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because to be honest, like there was a time where we did a community initiative 2 years ago. We had the block party with the funnel cakes. Ah, yes. Wow, I forgot about funnel cakes. Shout out funnel cakes, by the way.
Yeah, funnel cakes.
Whoa.
Forgot all about funnel cakes.
Shout out Patrick from funnel. We had the same name, by the way, but Patrick from funnel cakes. He's a guy here in Charlotte, Patrick Young in Charlotte. makes these amazing funnel cakes. He got these things called fun sans. It's like a funnel cake mixed with a croissant. And yo, we shut the whole Graham Street down, and we use some of those sales to go to the Boys and Girls Club. And I think we had someone walk by and they're like, yo, I've never seen anyone do this in this community before. Here's $500 for whatever you guys are doing.
Right.
Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But then, like, in my mind, you know, I have big ambitions. I'm like, yo, maybe we can come out of here and give like 5,000 to him. But all we come up with was like 500.
Right.
So like, some people would judge about the dollar amount that you do give, but then like you're still giving it away. So how do you feel about just giving in general? Like, is there really a number that makes sense? Yeah.
Honestly, no and yeah. It I want to lead more towards no, because the number doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're, you know, I can't explain it. That's like you the best thing I could think of is like, that's like you rolling down your window at a traffic light and giving a homeless man some bread. And he say, bread? And like, you'll be like, all right, you didn't have anything.
Yeah.
But I gave you something.
Indeed.
All that I could give.
All I could give. Okay, for sure.
And it, you know.
I like that.
So
great answer.
Yeah.
So you kind of scared me with the analogy. I was like, and you brought it back on.
So basically, I want to say, like, yes, it does matter, because like,
yeah,
you kind of, it goes back to the saying of like, you have to make sure yourself is okay before you help others. So like, I can't give you $1,000 if I don't have $1,000 myself.
Yep. Yeah.
So like, I would say either donate within your means or donate within.
I like that.
You know, because it would be easier if you could be like, all right, I only have $1,000 to my name. I'm gonna give y'all 500.
Yeah.
And like, that company is probably used to people giving them thousands, but you're like, hey, like, I love what you guys are doing, but, and I really want to support. This is all I can give.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think it could go either way.
That's a great one. And I kind of bring that back to our community initiative. One of our goals this year to give back. I think we are understanding the ways we can do it. With Trevor, we've done it, but now we want to do it more on a local scale, and something that actually kind of has a different impact.
Right.
So going back to the school and the playground, I went to a school here in Charlotte on Beatty's Ford Road growing up, small private school. Like I said, we had one hallway. Right. And that's where I really became a big fan of basketball, because I was always playing with the older kids. And fast forward to today, that playground is absolutely atrocious.
Nasty work.
It is atrocious. So when I think about giving back and at home, I just know that we can kind of make that happen. I think I actually have a meeting with the person who is looking to refurbish that basketball court to get a quote on it. So that's going to be the start of it. But I already know in the future, like this year, that we're going to make that happen. Right. I don't know what that dollar amount is going to be, but that's going to be one of those things that I know is going to make a true impact. Because I mean, imagine being a kid going outside and you have no net on the goal. Yeah, like there's a crack, there's a tree stump going through the concrete at the foul line, and you got to hop over that jump or you're going to mess up your knee. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's important to give back. Yes. It's important to give back, but I do like your answer on, like, you know, donating and giving back within your means. I think that's also really important, and it makes sense. Like, we don't have sales coming in every single day for Applesauce and Crackers. I hope y'all know that. Like, if you just a quick sponsor, this episode was sponsored by Applesauce and Crackers, because like, it's no one else kind of doing this except for us. Right. So like, donating into ourselves and donating to the people around us and the community around us is really important. And I think that is the difference between us and other brands. Other new brands. Mm-hmm. No shade. No shade at all. Like, no shade at all. We never throw shade. We just want a real impact around here. Like, it's 2025. This world is literally...
It's doing something.
Backflips.
Boy.
And I'm scared.
Truly.
Lord, please come back.
Yo.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Lord, come back.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So, I mean... This guy thinks he's getting a crack out of it.
I'm sorry. That was funny to me.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, the white socks are showing. So what other ways would you personally want to see? I mean, you know, me as the creative director, I kind of try to spearhead pretty much every initiative that we do. But if you could come in and be in that room and be like, okay, we need to do this year. What would you like, besides of what I mentioned for the playground? But what other ways could we, even for a place you grew up at, like where in Atlanta can we do something? Where in Boston can we do something? And give back.
I would say if we did anything in Boston, this is like really just quick off my head.
Okay.
If we did anything in Boston, it would be something that it would be like a third place kind of thing. Brings people together, lets people have a good time, and lets people unwind, because that's what people need in Boston.
Interesting.
In Atlanta, I ain't gonna lie. Atlanta, to me, I would party a lot in Atlanta. Like, I would do a lot of like, hey, like, let's get together and let's do this. One thing I do want to do as a brand for Applesauce and Crackers and myself, I talk about it. I've been saying it a lot the past few minutes, but bringing people together. And I want to do like movie nights.
Oh, word.
Like,
okay.
Movie nights, game nights, even like if I could, I would try to do a concert for people.
Ooh.
Because like, I don't know, like we're in a time where it's easier to be apart than be together.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to hate someone than like someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I kind of want to bring people together and bring more like cool peace, where it's like, yeah, this is a peaceful event, but it's still dope. Like, we're still out here doing what we want to do, having a good time. Yeah. I don't know. I just want to like enjoy our time on Earth for the moment, right? Like this. Or like if we do something, I know we're gonna build the park. Something in those means just talk to more kids about graphic design and you know,
creating in general.
Facts, like showing little black kids that is more than just doing sports. To, like you said, it's more than just doing sports to get out there or to get out of any situation. Yeah, and or sometimes you do have to get away from academics. Like sometimes you do have to live in the real world. So I kind of want to help kids. I don't know. We could do anything, but as long as we're helping somebody, I'm down.
So could you give the audience a quick pitch of what you just said in a short form? Like, think of it from an activation standpoint. Right. And it doesn't, it can be from what you said about, inspiring the youth or bringing the overall community together, having a big party, but take a quick second to think about what this activation could look like and how it could, how it could give back. So let's give them a good 25 seconds. Go.
Applesauce and Crackers block party.
Ooh.
And it's a 3-day event.
Ooh.
Third day we'll have the shop at the end where you can buy things.
Y'all writing this down? Hold up.
Would be an educational day for like kids to come in after school. So we'll start on like a Friday. It will start after school on Friday. Kids will come to us and we're like, hey, like, basically teaching them what we do, showing them what we do, showing them about graphic design, showing them about clothes, teaching them like, hey, there's more to life than just playing sports, Then that Saturday, we come back and we host a movie night for everyone or a concert. Okay. Matter of fact, the movie night could be Sunday and then you shop after the movie. So Saturday would be the concert or a party. And everyone's there gathering third place. You meet people you can't, like, you can bring kids. You can't. If you don't have them, it don't matter. Sunday is your movie night or your movie day, and then later on after that you have the gift shop for the whole weekend.
That's tough.
I literally just thought about this just now.
You didn't even take the 25 seconds.
No, I didn't need it. So that was, as you was talking, I'm like, all right, I think it's a day. Like,
a 3-day event, it actually sounds like that's scaled up. Like, that's genius. Yeah, like that's actually
was like literally the first thing.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I think I want to take that. We should.
It's on camera.
Oh yeah.
We got it.
I think you can kind of put that together to the school, and how we're doing the playground. That could actually work.
Happen at the playground.
That could actually, it could work for them. Like if we're gonna show or reveal, like that is actually a perfect fundraising event. Like that is literally, we make it a whole weekend long thing. We do it right before school. We have the kids come in, teach them about, like you said, graphic design, how to produce things, have the homie James there, show them how to embroider things.
Bring our friends. We could literally have people that we know that do photography, that do things like this. Come talk to them on that Friday. That's Coco, tough. Matt, Jared, like people that do cut and sew.
Yeah.
Buddy that's embroidering everything for us.
Yeah.
Few, June.
Ooh.
Bro,
Yes.
we could literally get everybody and be like, bro, pull up to Charlotte. We got this park that we just finished. And to celebrate, we about to have this weekend where we're going to like educate kids on this day. Show them what, basically Friday is like show and tell or like a career day.
Everyone kind of goes up there and speaks about what they do individually. Mm-hmm. That is cool. Because all these kids haven't seen anything different as far as like if you think about Few, just real quick, Few is making these pizza pies, amazing lemon pepper wet pizzas in Atlanta. Like
Few is doing something that many people have not seen before.
Dude, it's insane.
And people don't even know that there are portable pizza makers out there.
Yep. Some kids want to be chefs. So
we could open eyes for so many kids.
Yep. Man, that's a good. I'm actually. I'm actually really. I like that. I don't. Kid does not talk a lot. Like he really doesn't talk a lot. Like as we're doing this show, I'm actually surprised he's talking this much.
Right.
But for him to come up with an idea off the top of his head like that, guys, is actually insane. So. That sounds like something we're actually going to do. So we're not going to put a date on it yet, but coming soon. So yeah, man, that's actually really good. I didn't really need to say much.
Facts. I was about to say, what you got? What's
Nothing. I second that. Like for real, that's really, really cool.
Facts.
But I think you kind of put that in a way of like where our friends can align with us. Because like you said, we have people in our corner who are doing great things. Mm-hmm. Few, Matt, Jared. I'm missing a bunch, but people that do so many good things to where just align with other people. That's all in collaboration too. Mm-hmm. So that's actually really, really good.
And then on top of all of that, in hindsight, we're showing Charlotte what we can do.
Yeah.
At the end, you're getting merch from us. At the beginning, you're hearing about the journey we took to get to the end of the weekend.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, quickly, can you kind of, I'll do this too, but I want you to go first and I'll end it all. But like, what is a good way to start when it comes to identifying a purpose for a brand or for a campaign or whatever to give back? Like identifying the sole reason of giving back. Like, where do you start from? Like, how do you solve that problem?
I would say start with self, because if you don't know what you're fighting for personally, or like what's affecting you or what you care about, then you wouldn't really know where to find your audience, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Because like, all right, for like me, I want York Hill and Applesauce and Crackers to be able to donate towards anything for mental health or for therapy in that sense. Yeah. If I could, I would pay a therapist to go somewhere and talk to kids for like an hour or two and give them that time. Because that's something that I'm interested in, or that's something that I deal with. I mean, I have depression.
I'm not laughing, by the way.
Yeah, no, seriously.
They're there.
You're right. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
So I do have depression, and so like anytime, and I do know other people with depression, and people handle their depression in different ways. So I would love to donate or be a part of any way I can help others that are depressed, that don't know that they're depressed or don't even understand how to deal with their depression. And if I could help people do that, then that's what I would want to do. You just got to find something that is a part of you and that others are having a cause towards outside of you. Maybe.
I agree. It definitely does start with self. You got to kind of have to look inwards to see, and I'm thinking of this from a younger version. What would younger me want at that time, but also the consumer version. I always think about what York Hill and what Applesauce and Crackers is from the consumer perspective. So, man, that's spot on. I think it does start with looking inward first to see what you would want to bring, but whatever that is has to connect to the bigger picture of connecting with a larger audience of people. And hopefully that sticks to make an impact and to make some real life change to whether they're 10 years old or 50 years old. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, that's I'm really proud of you today, man.
Thank you.
That's actually really good. It's everything we do is an idea out of thin air, and we take it and we literally just we stretch it until it's just like it all makes sense, until it reads perfectly.
I was thinking about that earlier, this might be random, but
Okay, go ahead.
when I got up today, I was like, dang. Usually everything that we do starts with like PJ wakes up and he just calls me and he's like, man, I kind of want to do this, this, and that. I would literally like make it on Illustrator or Photoshop to show it to him. And then once I show it to him, PJ just hits the ground running. Like when he likes it, he's like, all right, this is what we're going to do after this. I can't say what is said in the messages, but just know when he likes it, he's like, yo, we got to do this. We got to do that.
We go full steam ahead. It's so crazy. I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, but that is so, I think that makes a perfect dynamic in this business encounter is that it's yin and yang.
Facts.
Like you can give me an illustration of something and I can tell you how we're going to execute this from A to Z and even if the goal is too big and I'm talking about these like Nike has to be involved or all these like if it doesn't work we'll scale down. We've never had to scale up an idea. We've always had to we always scale down because
we always got to come back to earth with
literally
it. But that's what I admire about PJ though. Like that's what I admire about you is because like bruh, you're like to me P is fearless. Like
indeed. Thank you.
He'll be like if he wants to do something, he's gonna do it. Like I sit back and think about New York all the time, and I'd be like, bruh, like he went up there a month or two before we even started designing, or after we designed to find space and to make money in some way or form and look for a job, and then
all in one
comes back to Charlotte. Mind you, I'm in Atlanta this whole time. Comes back to Charlotte
with nothing.
Like he has nothing, no money,
just more
nothing, and he's like, bro, we're about to do an activation in New York.
Like buckle your seatbelt.
Neither of us live in New York. Neither of us have friends in New York. Neither like I've only been to New York like twice.
Yep.
And I'm like, bruh, New York, all right, like okay.
Yep.
And it happened. Like stuff just happens with P. I don't know how, but it just does.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I just needed to give you some type of appreciation.
Yeah, man.
Like you said, you was proud of me. You know, thanks.
I'm proud of both of us. But I appreciate that because there's some points when you do get into the thick of it, it's really just comes down to belief.
Right.
I believe that you're I believe that you are the best. You're right up there with Joe Freshgoods. You're right up there with any other graphic designer who's out there doing great things for a brand.
I'm a graphic designer, by the way, guys.
You are a graphic designer, but you give me the fuel to, like I said, see the project from A to Z. I appreciate you saying fearless because I do feel fearless sometimes, and it's not even me being arrogant, but it's just like
you're not scared.
I'm really not. I'm not scared. The least, like imagine doing New York and no one showed up.
Right.
But at least we did it.
Or you know
what I'm saying? So. Yeah. And that kind of rolls over into concluding what we're trying to say is that it doesn't matter what project we're doing or what way we want to give back. We're going to do it fearlessly.
Right.
And we're going to do it for not just us, but for the bigger picture of whatever the goal is. Like,
and we do it to the best of our ability. Like,
we didn't go to school for this.
We didn't. And we do everything at the highest quality that we can. Yeah. Like, if we'll do something and we'll be like, all right, this quality is dope. Like, it's good. But then we'll see something that has better quality and we'll look at our quality and we'll be like, you know what? Scratch it.
Scratch the whole thing.
Let's just go up to better quality. Like, no matter the price, no matter, like, anything. I don't know. We just do this. We just do it.
I like that, man. I think that's what we're going to do. And we're going to continue to build different partnerships like we have with Trevor Day School. We'll probably continue that one. And then we're going to start focusing on things here in Charlotte because, I mean, we want to make a voice and make some noise in Charlotte, really. Yeah, man, we got to give back. Right. We got to give back. It's important to give back. It's important to always think of others beside yourself the whole time. Like I said, we don't really make money at all. Like, we haven't made money from Applesauce Crackers, really. Like,
nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, but we know what it can do. So that's why we're here persevering every single day to not only showcase our talents, our creative talents, but show how well we can do it when we put a community behind us. So yeah, man, I don't really have much else to say. I think you really gave a great idea for what we will do. So what you just said about the 3-day thing, we're doing that.
Okay.
We don't have a date for it, but we're going to do that.
I'm down.
Yeah, man. I think you. This was your episode. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I'm about to say, man. Hey, I'm closing. What's up?
Go ahead and close.
This
then.
me right here?
Yeah, this you. Is this camera on me?
This camera on me. I don't know how to hog tie.
I don't know how to hog tie people. Yo, chill out. But that would be nice. Go ahead and close for once. Just keep it simple. Just be like, yo, appreciate y'all checking in. Tell us whatever. They can follow us, but we'll let you have it.
Hey guys, that was the end of the show. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for watching. Give us any comments that you would like to, anything you want to see, anything you want to hear. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
My nigga, I love that.
Come on. And we up, man. You just seen a good episode of Pros and Kons. Thank you for watching again.
Yeah, man.
And spreading much love to everyone.
Absolutely.
Don't be depressed, my fellas and my women. And yeah, man. Share, spread love. No Diddy.
All right, appreciate y'all. Peace. Oh my gosh, dude.